The boss man, AEW CEO and owner Tony Khan, was on the Swerve City podcast, and that is the Swerve. Swerve Strickland, of course, has his own podcast, and he had the boss man on his show, Tony Khan, which was a good get for his podcast. Tony Khan was talking about Papa Khan on the Swerve City podcast, and what Papa Khan thought about Tony Khan starting his a whole wrestling company with $1 bajillion. Check out this clip.
I happen to be like somebody who loved the wrestling business, but had worked in sports and obviously came from like I was very fortunate. My dad came over from Pakistan, and when he was 16 to go to college at the University of Illinois, and he started a business and it really took off, but he kind of came here with nothing, and he is the big success, and he's the reason this all happened. He's said it. I mean, we had a really ugly Christmas 2018 because I had already frankly told like Jericho and other people, like, we're going to do this. And like, and a bunch of people, and I had pretty much a bunch of people verbally ready to go, and a bunch of contracts were set to expire at the start of 2019. I had a business plan and everything ready to go, which is AEW now.
Yeah.
And he was like, this isn't going to work. We're going to lose millions. Like, you have no guarantee. I didn't have a TV deal at that point for it, and it was a huge gamble. And he's gone into like Forbes and a couple times on the record and said like he was completely wrong.
So Papa Khan actually did not believe in AEW. He told Tony that this was going to lose money, that it was not a good investment. But Tony kept pushing it to the point where Shad said, you know what? I'm going to die someday, and when I do, I'm going to leave $1 bajillion to you and your sister and whoever else is in the family. So you might as well dip into it now. It's your money anyway. So here, go play in your sandbox with your fucking with your AEW toys, okay? So Tony Khan took Daddy Papa Khan's money, and he bought a real life Fig Fed, right? Matt Cardona always talks about the Fig Fed, and you fantasy book with him, and you book your champions. And here's Tony Khan writing in his notebook since he was a little kid, booking out Dynamite and Rampage, right? Booking his angles and stuff like that. So, Papa Khan buys him a real promotion to play with, and it's worked out. Papa Khan had to eat his words, did he not? By all measures, AEW is fairly successful. You could look at what Eric Bischoff had to say, and you could be like, well, their ratings, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, they got a big video game coming out. They have broken through to the mainstream to a certain extent. They have large stars. They're selling out buildings. AEW is not failing or flopping, They might not be growing as fast as you would have expected or you would like them to do, but you can't point at them and go, that's a failing business. That's, Tony Khan has already said that, and, he could be all bullshit because the company is not public, so we don't know the numbers. But he said that the company would already be making money with their TV deal and their licenses and merch and all that other shit. They would already be making money if it weren't for a significant investment put into the video game, which is really just an investment back into your company. That's not a loss when you're building a whole nother money-making branch of your video game is a significant thing. It's not like selling a t-shirt, right? It's not just a piece of merch out there. We got replica belts and t-shirts and video games. No, a video game is a whole new, it's a whole type of media. It's like producing another show in a way. It's different. It's not a show. It's a video game. But you get what I'm saying. This isn't like just putting a piece of merch out there or another product on the market. It's significantly costly to do right, to do proper, to get all the, to get the right developers on board and to get, the everything that goes in. I don't know. I'm not a fucking game developer, ask Aubrey Edwards. But there's a lot that goes into it, I would imagine. So had it not been for a significant investment that I think will pay out, that video game is going to make them a butt ton of money, dude. A butt ton. Had it not been for that, they'd already be making money. So as long as, Tony Khan's got a set budget. He's rich, so he has money to play with if he wants to anyway. But he knows what he's making from the networks, and You know, his live gates are going to cover a significant portion of his production costs, and then his TV contracts are going to cover the rest of his production costs, and then, you know, the merch that he's selling while he's at the venues and merch online. Like, he's got enough revenue as long as his output, you know, he's got enough to cover his live events, basically, just from the tickets that you're selling, the merch that you're selling. You know, you're gonna almost break even, if not make a little pinch of money on the gate over just your production cost of setting up the building, you know, and the trucks and the lights and all that shit. Then, you know, it's just a matter of the talent that you sign not exceeding your TV. You know, it's simple math. You know, I make this much, I can spend this much. And if Tony's not worried about becoming rich, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme for him. This is fun for him. This is his hobby. This is his fig fed, okay? So Tony's not dumb enough to let this thing lose money, but he will invest back into it, most likely, and he will probably go really close up to that line, you know? I would venture to say if Tony Khan makes $1,000 per year, plus is able to pay his, you know, himself a salary and everybody else paid and everything. You know, if the company's profiting, net profit, $1,000 per year, it'll probably be worth it to him. You know, that's why he's able to sign everybody and their mom. He's got to be careful with that, not just for the money side, but just for the fact that clearly he's already not able to use all the talent that he has. So I know he is working on acquiring a TV deal for Ring of Honor. I don't know that that's the right call necessarily. We'll see how it all plays out. But he's got the money to play with, and by all accounts, AEW is successful, and not as successful as they could be or want to be, I'm sure. But they're doing fine, and Papa Khan has got to be proud of his son, and that his investment has paid off, and that he wasn't just pissing money down the drain. But even if he does, hey, my son's happy playing with his... You know, it's like, you know, I buy my kid action figures to play with. He's not into wrestling, so I'll buy him like Thanos and Spider-Man and, you know, Captain America, and he'll play with those toys instead. But, you know, if I was a bajillionaire, I'd buy him actors in movies, and, you know, he can play with Marvel characters in a Marvel movie or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway.
Oh yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it if you liked it. Yeah, and you can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on the channel. Oh yeah, dig it.